Hey, how you doing? It's your boy jhgamingltd, and thank you for clicking on this video. Now today I got for you hour 19 of the 24-hour money making series. Well, actually this is going to be hour 19, 20 and 21, the penultimate video in the series. Now at the end of hour 18 we ended up on 8,211,656 GP. So the goal of this video is to get to that green cash stack. So we're down here in, well, I don't know actually what this area is called. Yeah, just north of Felder Hills, just south of Castle Wars. And we are here to speak to our mate Uglug, who's going to sell us some Relisum's Balm. Now these are buying for 200 GP each. And then when you actually sell them on the GE, they're worth 655. But what you can do is go ahead and decant them into 4s, and then they sell for that little bit more. And actually they sell a fair amount of times a day, looking at 50,000 plus a day. So definitely worthwhile trying it out. So do me a favor, before we get started, hit the like button if you like the video, if you like the series. Don't forget to get involved in the giveaway. Comment your Runescape name in any of the videos with a chance to win at least 50% of whatever I make throughout this 24-hour series. So I'm going to go ahead and get the timer ready. And then we're going to spend 1 hour going to and from Castle Wars. And now what I'm actually going to do is, I have got a ring of dueling attached. So I am going to be teleporting back to Castle Wars. And then the one thing I will also do is take away from the cost of goods the amount of rings that I actually use. So I'll price check, remove them, so then it's a true reflection. I just obviously don't know how many I'm going to be using across the hour. Before we do go ahead and do anything, I want to swap my left click to Castle Wars, so I can just click job done. And then I also want to make sure when I trade Uglug, I'm gonna swap my left click to buy 50 and go ahead and buy 3 inventories per world and then hot world. That is the plan. Time is ready, steady, go. So trade, buy, and then Castle Wars. Really quick and easy to do. And that's it. There's not much to it. Seeing the last couple of inventories there. All I'm doing is I'm running down to Uglug here. I am buying. I'm going to buy 70 per world of them. The Relisum's Balm, teleporting back to the Castle Wars, banking, rinse and repeat. When I get down here, I will hot weld, and that is it really. No qualms, no worries, no difficulties in this whatsoever. That's 2 minutes across 3 inventories, which really isn't bad. Now I am going to run out of run energy eventually. And to counteract that, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to teleport on one of them to the Ferox Enclave. I'm going to drink in that pool and then go from there. And then essentially teleport back to Castle Wars and run south. So I'm going to use an extra teleport, but I am going to restore my run, which then means I should be able to buy more, essentially. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm not going to make you stand around and watch all of it. Where is he? There's my man. Is he all the way down here? There he is. Nope. It's a guard. Am I being a... Oh, he's there. I ain't going to make you stand around and watch all of this. Watch me faff around. I will see you at the end of the hour. So here we are, coming up to the last inventory. Not quite used a full ring of dueling, but we've used a few. So who are going to trade? Uglug. Buy these and then we are done. So let's go ahead and have a quick little look right now as to how much they're worth as a 3-dose. So we managed to buy 1,728 of them. I could definitely do a little bit better. I was a little bit AFK with it in a sense of watching a couple of YouTube videos, so you could do a little bit better, I reckon. But I don't think we've done too bad. Now, if we go ahead and have a quick look at the guide price, we started it on 8,211,656. If we add all of these potions in, we're looking at 8,964,200. So that's a profit of 700k there. Could definitely push that up a little bit more, but that was a nice, chill, easy 700k. What we're going to do is head over to the GE, and before we sell them, we'll decant them into 4s and just see if there's any increase in profit there. So we are. See our mate Bob Barter. Decant these all into 4 doses. So that leaves us with 1,296 4 doses. And then 432 vials. We definitely need to add them in. So we're at 8.9 million. So pretty much the same price. We've actually lost a little bit. But I do think that these are going to be easier to sell. So I don't mind doing that. So we'll go ahead and stick them in. And I will see you when they're sold.
One eternity later.
So here we go. We are ready to collect the money for the relics and balms. Now, what actually happened is I went back to it 24 hours later and only half of them, or under half, have actually sold at the price of 930. Basically, the price had come down, so I had to come on, sort of take the items away and sell them for a bit less. So we're gonna eat into the profit a little bit, but still gonna make some decent money. So let's get the 864 coins back for the vials. Thank you very much. We will get the high price of 930 GP that we got for it. So we're just shy of what we started on. We started on 8211. We collect that, and we end up with a cash stack of 8,774,104 GP. And we started on 8,211,000. So that means we made 563k in the hour. Considering the price crashed, we still made some pretty good money. So let's move on to the next one. Here we are for hour 19 of the money making series. We're down in Unreal. We're here to see our mate Alec to buy a particular item off him. We'll go ahead and trade. He sells lots of items. There's a couple of different potential money makers here, but the one I'm going to be trying is butterfly jars. Now, they buy for 1 GP each and then sell on the GE for an average of 657. Now, I don't think they actually sell for that. And if we go ahead and have a look on the old school RuneScape Wikipedia page, we will see that they are selling for 133 GP, not 657. We look at the real-time prices, then they vary from, well, to be fair, some have sold for 1,000 recently. They've actually gone up in price, but they sort of get around the 200 to 400, even 500 mark. But at the minute, they are selling at a pretty high price, so it's definitely worthwhile doing now. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend 1 hour buying these and then seeing how much money we can actually make. So what I'm going to end up doing is swap left click to buy 50. So when I can come in here, I can just hit buy and run straight over to the bank, which is over here. Now there is a shop in Nardar, and the bank is probably a little bit closer. I think it's Nardar on the desert. Just double check. Nardar. It is Nardar. Yeah, there you go. Which is definitely a bit closer to the bank. But I thought I'll give this one a go. There won't be that much difference. So, timer at the ready. Ready, steady, go. Buy And if we go ahead and have a quick look, there's still only 1 GP, which is really, really nice. It is as simple as that. This is going to take around about a minute per inventory with the running. So the other one would definitely be a little bit of a better one. But we'll give this one a go and see how much money we can make. I will see you at the end of it. So here we are. It has been an hour pretty much now. This is going to be the last inventory. We haven't really spent a lot. We haven't really spent a lot whatsoever. We have collected just over 1,000 of them, and I reckon if you were at NADA, you could definitely do a little bit more. And if you also weren't playing it like me, where I'm watching some videos and stuff, you could definitely do a little bit more as well. But there we have 1,053 collected. It is saying they have a price of 606k, and it has cost us around about, well, we started on 8774, so it's cost us around about 20k to buy them all. So you're looking about on average 20 GP, about 20k, is that right? No, around about 2k, sorry. So about 2 GP each. It was absolutely terrible amounts. If we go ahead and withdraw them all, I'm going to do a quick price check here. We're looking at a 8.912 mil, which is different to what the Examine is saying. So let's go and have a look and see exactly what they are selling for and see how much we are actually going to get from it. So if we look at the GE, it is saying actively traded price at 576, but obviously the price is 133. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to sell one of them, see what it sells for. Sell it for 208. I am actually going to stick them in first of all at 350 GP. And then allow them to sort of spend a bit of time trying to sell for 350. And if they don't sell for that, if I haven't sold any within 12 hours, I will go ahead and stick them in at a different price. But let's see how we get on from there. So here we are, hour 21 of the money making series. And I'll be honest, this is going to be a bit of a big one. I haven't actually seen anybody do a proper hours video on this to work out how many you can make, how much money you can make. But I think the potential is really, really there. So what we're actually going to be doing is we are going to be making toad crunchies. Now, these came to me due to a quest I recently did. It was Mornings End Part 1. And toad crunchies sell for a lot of money. So to be able to make the toe crunchies, you need a tray, a dough, 2 legs, and then equileaves, and then in the inventory to have a gnome spice. Now, the potential profit is absolutely insane. If we have a quick little look, adding a dough and 2 legs and a leaf, we are looking at a total cost of goods of 1,024, and toe crunchies sell for a lot more than that. So what I've done is I've bought 4,000 toad's legs, 2,000 doughs, 2,000 equileaves from my 8,911,000 stack that I've got. I'll go ahead and make as many as I can, and then obviously I will sell back. Obviously I'll work it all out and then sell it all back. So not an issue whatsoever. But if we go ahead before I start and basically just make a note of the total cost of goods. I'm not going to take into consideration gnome spice because it doesn't get used up, or the crunchy trays. But out of that 8,911,000, we have spent 2.04 million. So that's not a terrible investment out of the 8,911,000. So I'm just going to make a quick note of that, get set up, and get going on this. I am really, really excited about this. Time is it ready? Ready, steady, go. So I have got 4 does, 8 legs, and 4 equileaves. And I'm going to go ahead and use this range here. Now, there is probably a better range I could use, but I quite like using this one. Once I open that gate, the run really isn't that far. So all we're going to go ahead and do is cook on the stove. Sorry, we're going to use the dough on the trays, first of all. Like a complete and utter novice, I'm then going to cook on the stove and cook all of these to make half-baked crunchies. Then once I've made all 4 of these, I can go ahead and prepare them and turn them into toad crunchies. You have to do that for every single one. It doesn't save it. It's not, sorry. You have to do that for every single one. It doesn't auto do them. And then I'm going to go ahead and rebake them. And then when I do this last bit, it's really important to make sure that if you haven't got Unity Swapper on, for these to only click on the crunchies and then click on the leaves after that. So just sort of do a quick show of hands. One toe crunchy was just over 1,000 to make 4.9k, and that has taken me 1.5 minutes through a bit of an explanation and a long-winded run as well. So I will see you at the end of it. Like I said, the profit potential here is absolutely huge. Here we go. We are on the last inventory now. We've managed to make over 200 of them. And I got a slightly better technique down where I put the doughs into the tray along the way. I then hit the space bar, obviously, to cook the crunchies into half-baked crunchies. As soon as that one finishes, I'm then clicking on create, and I'm a lot quicker at this clicking process here. And then once we then recook them, I'm sort of running to the bank and applying the crunchies onto the equileaves at the same time. So if I'd adopted this approach a little bit earlier, sort of managed to start doing this after about half an hour, definitely would have done a few more. But I also think that you'd have done more if you found a slightly better place. Now, if these can be done on a fire, you could do the Rogue's Den, because the bank is pretty much next to the fire. You could also potentially go to Hosidius, because I think the bank is there a little bit closer. So you could definitely make more. But let's go ahead and get everything out. Let's work out exactly how much was spent on materials, sell back what we didn't use, and then look at how much profit we are going to make. Right, so here we are, and what we'll do is a quick price check on the cost of goods. If I add the doughs, because we made 228 crunchies, so we use 1 dough per one, 456 frog's legs, and then 228 equileaves, we have a total cost of goods of 233,472 GP. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to I'm going to sell everything back, and then get myself to a point where I've got my cash stack and my crunchies to then see the profit.
1 eternity later.
So after selling everything back, we are now sitting on a cash stack of 8,677,000. And if we add in the toad crunchies, then we are on 9.8 million. So that is a profit there for the last hour of 900k. Now we've got to sell them. We'll see exactly how much they sell for. They might sell for a little bit more, a little bit less. But if they sell for this, then since the start of this video, we have made 1.6 million across 3 hours, which, considering the second hour of this video was absolutely terrible, that really isn't bad. Let's go ahead and stick them in. I don't think they're going to sell instantly. They only sell a couple of thousand times a day. They are sort of a quest item and stuff like that. So Morning End Part 2 or Morning End Part 1, like I said earlier. But let's get them all sold. So 4964, actively traded price is 5110. I'm just going to stick them in for the 4964 price. And then I will come back to you in a little bit when they have sold, or if we have to change the price. So here we are collecting the money from the toe crunchies that have sold. Now, they did take just under 24 hours to sell. So not one that you can probably do to smash out a couple of hours and have a load and make some quick money, but definitely something you could potentially make 1,000 of and then sell over the space of a week. Because people are constantly buying them. They're just buying them in a very low supply. But there we go. Let's go ahead and hit collect. Collect our 1.1 million. And then that will take us to a stack of 9,798,599 GP. So that is pretty much now 9.8 mil, which means barring some kind of fluff up, we should be hitting the green cash stack 10 mil mark in our final video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't liked the video, hit the like button. Want to see some more content, go check out the channel. All the love, all the support is greatly appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.